got so motherfucking design on right now.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Shahid binti Japardi. So today I will explain to you the answer for question number 1. Liquidity ratio has two types, which is current ratio and quick ratio. And I choose current ratio. So I will explain to you about the current ratio. Formula for current ratio is current asset divide current liabilities. So I will calculate based on information from the attachment 1. For 2022, 135,405 will be divided 153,982 and the answer is 0.88 times. For 2021, 134,836 will be divided 125,481 and the answer is 1.07 times. The liquidity ratio measures a company's ability to meet its short-term obligation. Based on this situation, the current ratio for Apple decreased from 2021 to 2022. This indicates that Apple liquidity position has slightly weak in 2022 compared to 2021. Now I will analyze and interpret company performance. While decrease in the liquidity ratio is not significant, Apple might face challenge in managing its short-term obligation in 2022. It's important for Apple carefully monitor and manage its liquidity position to ensure its ability to meet financial obligation and sustain its operation. I have done explained the answer for question 1, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Maratu Najah binti Muhammad Irfan. So today I will explain to you the answer for question 1 part 2, which is 3 factors that affect current performance of the company. The first factor is technological factor, which is product innovation and launches. Apple's success has traditionally been correlated with its capacity for innovation and the introduction of novel items that pique consumer attention. The acceptance and sales of new goods like iPhone, iPad, Macs, and wearables can have a big impact on the company's business. There are numerous rivals of offering high-quality, advanced technology items at low price, which has a negative impact on Apple's brand reputation and financial results. For example, when Apple lost market share, rivals like Lenovo retains theirs. It is as a result of their rivals who sell cutting-edge products at cheap price. Cloud computing is another technological impact becoming more popular these days. Apple has a great opportunity to exploit it by offering cloud-related devices and apps. So the second factor is economic factor, which is market demand. Apple's performance is greatly influenced by consumer demand, particularly in important markets like United States, China, and Europe. This demand is influenced by the economy, customer taste, and purchasing power. For example, the higher growth rates of ASEAN countries are great opportunities for Apple to increase market share and revenue. Apple manufacturers produce products that meet its target high-end markets only. Using the premium pricing strategy, Apple is unable to penetrate in the ASEAN market effectively like Samsung and Huawei. Samsung and Huawei both are targeting low and high-end consumers and ruling the smartphones market. Apple is also facing furious competition from top technology companies like Samsung and Lenovo. These companies offer premium laptops and smartphones at affordable price. The last factor is social factor, consumer trends. The demand for Apple goods and services may be impacted by shifting customer tastes and technological adoption patterns, such as a move towards remote employment and online education. If Apple doesn't offer consumers simple to use, reasonably priced phones, the current trends of rising smartphone usage could be a tremendous opportunity for the company. Apple faces both opportunities and problems as a result of the growing social media and mobile trends. Due to Apple's tight ties to China, many customers in North America and Europe may find themselves upset. Apple's brand image may be impacted if US-China tensions rise. I have then explained to you 3 factors that affect current performance of the company. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, my name is Kisna Yasmin and today I would like to share about the summary from my reading on the journal which is from International Journal of Accounting Finance in Asia Pacific, and the topic is the impact of COVID-19 on McDonald's business, and it is a case study from Malaysia. This journal have been researched and compiled by 6 researchers, which all of them are from University Science Malaysia, and this is all the names of the researchers. So the goal of the study is to determine how COVID-19 has affected McDonald's business in Malaysia. One of the biggest fast food franchises is McDonald's, and its franchisee is growing every year in the international market. Its goal is to become the go-to spot and method for eating and drinking. 100 people in all responding to the poll, the COVID-19 has an effect on its company performance according to the results. Sales are down, operating costs are up, and changes to how they operate are the effects. So the method that they use for do the research is quantitative method. This is the result from the respondents that have been collected by them. Based on my understanding on the journal and also my research, I've got to found some of the factors that may affect the effectiveness of the McDonald's company in managing its asset, and the data is from 2014 to 2018. The factors that may affect the effectiveness of the McDonald's company in managing its assets is liquidity risk and market risk. Based on my research, liquidity risk and market risk are the key risks these organizations face. What is liquidity risk? Liquidity risk is the possibility that a business or bank won't be able to meet immediate financial needs. McDonald's Corporation's experienced unpredictable liquidity performance from 2014 to 2018 as a result of a clear ups and downs in cash and equivalents, as well as increase in the amount of account payable withdrawn from the balance sheet. As a result, this company has had a lot of trouble managing their cash flow, which has led to instability in their current assets and liabilities during the previous 5 years. If the liquidity risk is not well managed, this company may be unable to pay short-term obligations in the future, making this risk its principal issue. In addition, if the market risk does not manage well by McDonald's Corporation, then this will affect the share price, whereby the shareholders will not be satisfied because of poor performance of the company. Poor performance indicates the lower expected returns, and this will decrease the ROA of the company. Additionally, if McDonald's Corporation fails to manage market risk effectively, this will have an impact on share price, leaving shareholders dissatisfied due to the company's subpar performance. Poor performance such as lower predicted returns, which will affect the company's ROA. Due to their inability to address insolvency issues, the majority of businesses are currently experiencing a crisis of closure. Any business has to have some cash on hand in order to keep running and make a profit from sales. The company is subject to the liquidity risk if it does not have enough cash and equivalents to cover short-term obligations. However, we think that other risks like credit risk and corporate governance may have an impact on liquidity risk. According to a prior study by Royal Tsai and Mao Zhang on 2017, credit risk and liquidity risk in the banking industry are positively correlated. Given that there may be a connection between liquidity risk and credit risk, the factors that determine McDonald's Corporation's liquidity risk will identified later in the study on the company. Additionally, company governance is another potential internal variable to regulate the liquidity risk. According to a prior study by Wei Mustafa and Sukri on 2016, Islamic banks maintain better liquidity levels than traditional banks. Since there may be a connection between liquidity risk and corporate governance, it is also necessary to identify the McDonald's Corporation liquidity risk determinants in this research. Additionally, it has been suggested that macroeconomic variables like the public debt, GDP, and unemployment rate may also have an impact on liquidity. According to the research by Muhammad Farhan Malik and Amir Rafiq on 2013, inflation has a negative impact, whereas monetary policy, interest rates, and company size have a beneficial impact on the liquidity of Pakistani banks. This demonstrates that there are macroeconomics and external factors that could have a substantial impact on the liquidity risk. Therefore, it is also necessary to identify McDonald's Corporation's liquidity risk determinants. For the next question, I have to choose one ratio under asset management categories and suggest 2 ways to improve the performance of the company for that ratio. So the method that I have chosen is Day Sales Outstanding Ratio. Day Sales Outstanding Ratio is a computation made by a business to gauge the magnitude of its outstanding receivables. It gauges this size in average sales days rather than monetary units. Day sales outstanding are typically computed monthly. For the calculation is account receivable will be divided to total sales and multiple to 365 days. How to improve your DSO? These are the various approaches to improve DSO, including better managing account receivables, negotiating better payment terms, and strengthening your invoicing process. The first step is to bargain for better conditions of payments, including shorter terms, advance payments, and early payment discounts. The next step is to improve your invoicing process. Improving DSO frequently necessitates a focus on ensuring that involves are issued on time, include all necessary information, and are error-free. The last step is to manage your account receivables more effectively. To do this, you have to invest in effective payment monitoring that will remind customers to pay their invoices, create a clear recovery process, and if necessary, get assistance from a debt collection agency or your trade credit insurance provider. Keeping your DSO under control is more crucial than just lowering it, because a rising DSO is an indication that you are losing control over the billing and debt collection process and that your financial situation is getting worse. As a result, it's critical to continuously review it and seek to make improvements while keeping positive customer relations.
Move on to question 3. So, unwillingly to invest in a 2PM company because investors should carefully weigh a number of critical factors before making an investment in order to make wise choices. Market condition, where we must be informed of the present political, social, and economic circumstance. Different sort of investment may be impacted by variables including interest rates, inflation, and geopolitical events. The debt is also higher than usual, with a debt ratio that rises from 28% to 32% between 2021 and 2022. The ratio in the industry is 35%. It's not good efficiently. Additionally, the debt-to-equity ratio rises from 50% to 50%, similar to the debt ratio, which is higher than the industry average of 42%. Therefore, can increase financial risk since more of the company's funding is coming from the debt. When the debt-to-equity ratio is higher, higher interest costs and financial responsibility may result from this, which would strain the company cash flow and raises financial risk. But when the average ratio of time interest earned is 4.1 times, the increase from 3 times to 5.2 times occurs. It demonstrates that this company has high ability to use operating and covered income to pay its interest costs. It might be from the growth through flexibility, where a favorable DIE ratio gives the business more financial freedom. This data contains encouraging news. Thus, the years 2021 and 2022 recorded a rise in gross profit from 65% to 70.5%. A bigger gross profit margin means that the business is making more money for each unit of the product and services sold, which increases operational efficiency. This might be as a result of improved cost management, more productive production techniques, or economy of scale. When the ratio is 60% of the industry average, then it keeps becoming better at the profit margin, rising 0.5% from 24.5% to 25%. Nevertheless, the typical ratio is 35%. It has the potential for improvement, where a lower net profit margin could encourage the business to increase operational effectiveness, cut expenses, or strengthen revenue generating techniques. To sum up, every investor must have their risk to take become the most high achiever for a number of convincing reasons. I could be willing to invest. First of all, investing gives the chances for the money to increase over time, possibly outpacing the inflation and giving away to risk financial objective. Also, can diversify holding to spread out the risk and possibly increase returns. Dividend, interest, or rental income are additional ways that investment can be sources of passive income. Then, Investing can present chances to support business and sectors that favor the most, helping your financial actions reflect the values, even though investing entails risk. With careful planning and sound strategy, it can be potent instrument for attaining your goals and generating financial security. That's all from us and from me. Thank you.